Hello, you're watching VNA broadcast daily from Hanoi. Our top stories right now.
Party General Secretary Nguyễn Phú Trọng meets General Secretary of Communist Party of India. Vietnam-EU Business Forum takes place in Ho Chi Minh City. Programs calls on young people to engage in environmental protection.
Party General Secretary Nguyễn Phú Trọng met with General Secretary of the Communist Party of India, Suravaram Sudhakar Reddy, in Hanoi on May 28th.
The Vietnamese party leader said the visit by the General Secretary of the Communist Party of India is an important milestone and a vivid manifestation of the traditional friendship between the two parties and peoples. He suggested that the two parties accelerate exchanges of delegations and theories, share experiences and practices in implementing policies on economic renewal and development, as well as in party building in the time to come. General Secretary Trọng expressed his wish that the Communist Party of India will further consolidate Vietnam-India's multifaceted cooperation and strategic partnership. General Secretary Suravaram said his party will do its utmost to consolidate and develop its traditional ties built and nurtured by the two parties and peoples of Vietnam and India. This will contribute to further intensification of the strategic partnership of the two countries, he said.
The Vietnam-European Union Business Forum took place in Ho Chi Minh City on May 29th with a host of proposals aimed at elevating bilateral trade and investment links being presented. The event is part of the European Week in the city.
During the forum, experts from the EU delegation presented practical solutions to help Vietnamese enterprises make the best use of the free trade agreement and build strategies for effectively penetrating the EU market. They advised local enterprises to use the EU Export Help Desk, an online service offered by the European Commission to get accurate information about the market and partners in the EU. Last year, the EU surpassed the US to become Vietnam's second-largest trade partner and leading importer of Vietnamese commodities, with total import-export value hitting about $29.09 billion, up 19.77% year-on-year. In the first 3 months of this year, two-way trade between Vietnam and the EU exceeded $6 billion, an increase of 26.18% over the same period last year.
French and Vietnamese experts have gathered to work out development plans for rail transport and urban planning in Vietnam, especially in the capital city of Hanoi and the southern economic hub of Ho Chi Minh City. Experts told a seminar in Ho Chi Minh City on May 28th that Vietnam needs an urban railway network to meet its social economic demand. The country has an annual economic growth of 7% over the past 20 years, population growth of 1 million people per annum, and the fast speed of urbanization. The seminar created an avenue for the Vietnamese side to update information on its fledgling urban railway and planning, and for the French side as well as international firms to seek opportunities for railway construction projects in Vietnam. According to the Council General of France in Ho Chi Minh City, developing urban railway systems is an important area in the France-Vietnam partnership, which is manifested by the construction of a pilot line in Hanoi with a majority of French financial assistance. Discussions touched upon related issues such as the creation of future railway lines, ticket systems, public transport infrastructure planning, and the control of risk safety and working conditions. As of May 22nd, total landing of the whole system increased 2.29% from the end of last year, according to the State Bank of Vietnam.
Dong loans were up 4.57%, while foreign currency lending declined 8.07%. There is a high possibility that general credit will reach 2.5 to 3% at the end of this month, which would be a good sign after lending declined 1.71% in the 4 months of 2013, the central bank said.
Thì ngân hàng nhà nước
The State Bank will promptly implement Circular 11 on providing loans for housing assistance and put the Vietnam Asset Management Company into operation soon. This will speed up the process of handling bad debts and boost lending growth. The central bank has asked credit institutions and foreign bank branches to synchronously implement measures on restructuring and tackling bad debts in line with the project on the restructuring of the credit institution system for the 2011-2015 period and the project on dealing with bad debts approved by the Prime Minister. Earlier on May 18th, the government allowed the central bank to establish the Vietnam Asset Management Company. The 100% state-owned organization implements activities relating to handling bad debts of credit institutions in Vietnam.
A program was launched in Đà Lạt City, Lâm Đồng Province on May 29th to call on young people to engage in environmental protection. The event is in response to World Environment Day, which falls on June 5th. The program aims to raise awareness and responsibility among the youth in protecting the environment and dealing with climate change, along with promoting their roles and contributions. The event attracted the participation of about 2,000 young local people. The program is expected to help young people to be more awake to the protection of their setting, keeping forests green, especially in the Central Highlands. In Đà Lạt alone, environmental protection is an activity of importance, as it will help the city meet the current trend of green and environmentally friendly tourism. Apart from activities designed for environmental protection, other events were carried out, including planting trees in universities and free delivery of 1,000 environmentally friendly bags at local markets. A childhood grant fair and an exhibition of paintings by children opened on May 28th in Hanoi. The event, featuring a vivid and colorful world of childhood, is among activities in the lead-up to International Children's Day. The program aims to provide children with a playing ground while encouraging the community to care more for children. 417 drawings on display are selected from more than 90,000 entries of a recent national contest. On the occasion, the organizers presented 5 first prizes, 10 second, 15 third, and 20 consolation prizes to 20 groups and individuals taking part in the contest. Various cultural and arts activities and games for children will also be held during the event. The program is underway in the Vietnam Cultural and Arts Exhibition Center until June 1st. And last but not least, a good news for anyone who wants to discover Japanese heritage and culture. Nearly 150 Japanese traditional dolls are on display at the Museum of the Cultures of Vietnamese Ethnic Groups in the northern city of Thái Nguyên.
The exhibition, which will run until June 30th, introduces skillfully made traditional dance, Edo Kimekumi, and some other types of dance used in the baby girl festival known as Hina Matsuri. Kimekumi dance, which are made of willow wood and decorated with cloth scraps, were first made in the Japanese ancient capital, Kyoto, in the 17th century. The handmade dance are believed to drive away devils and disease while protecting the elderly and children. Dance has been a part of everyday life in Japan since ancient times. They reflect the customs of Japan and the aspirations of its people. They possess distinctive regional attitudes and over the centuries have developed in many diverse forms.
The interesting showcase has wrapped up our news program today. I'm Ngọc Hà and the rest of the team. We thank you always for being with us and see you next time.